All right, we are starting unit number 4, multiplying and dividing fractions. And we saved this for the last because it's pretty higher level thinking. We really want you to understand multiplying, not just following the rule. We want you to actually see what you do when you multiply and divide fractions. So chapter 1, product of fractions. If you remember the word of, what does the word of mean? To multiply. Number 1, a fraction of a fraction. Able to add. I'm going to show you, before we did 1/3 of 9. So basically putting 9 into 3 parts. So if we had 9, and if we just did 1 of the thirds, it would be 3. 1, 2, 3. The way that we also taught it is put it over the denominator. Just multiply numerator times numerator, 9. Denominator times denominator, 3. 9/3 equals 3 wholes. So that's when we multiply a fraction by a whole number. But today we're going to be doing a fraction multiplied by another fraction. So actually I'm going to start with this one. Oops. So take a look at this picture. Number 1, right up here. Product of fractions. So color 3/4 of the rectangle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We colored in 3 pieces, 1, 2, 3. And cut out then a half of the colored pieces because we are multiplying 1/2 times 3/4. So here they cut it in half and they took out half of the colored pieces. So 1/2 of 3/4. And if we see how many pieces there were total, we see that there's a total of 8 pieces. How many were colored in? 3. So 3/8. Here's another visual. On a number line, if we had 3/4 and then find half of 3/4, it would be 3/8. Or, so basically what you did was 1/2 times 3/4, you just multiplied the numerator times the numerator, the denominator times the denominator. But again, I want you to be visualizing what this is, not just following numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. Okay, so I'm really going to push the visualizing and the understanding of multiplying fractions. All right, let's look at number 1. A flower garden occupies 1/2 of a piece of land. So out of a piece of land, half. 3/5 of the garden is used for growing orchids. So just in the half, we have to break it into 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then we color in 3/5 because 3/5 is occupied, used for orchids. 1, 2, 3. Now if we see the total amount of pieces, here we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So out of 10 pieces, 3 are occupied. So the answer is 3/10. Can we reduce that? Nope. So this would be our final answer. So we would circle it. I'm going to jump to number 3 because I'm going to have you do questions 2 on your own and see if you get the right answer. So number 3, find the area of a rectangle measuring 1/3 by 5/6. So what is 1/3 of 5/6? So here we cut this into 3 parts. And then we cut it into 6 parts because the next one is in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. And I'm going to undo that because that was really sloppy. But as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 6th part. So we're going to color in 5/6 of that 1/3. And out of how many pieces are there total? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Out of 18 pieces, 5 are colored in. 5/18. and I jumped the gun. I shouldn't have circled that because I need to make sure. Is that a reduced fraction? Yes. 5 is a prime number, and it doesn't go into 18 evenly, so 5/8. I want you to work on number 2 on your own. Pause the video and see what you get for an answer. All right, so I see that there's 5, 10, 15 out of 20 pieces. 3, 6, 9 are shaded in. Or 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 5 is 20, 9/20. Now, is there any number that goes into them both evenly? Well, 9 is not an even number, so 2 doesn't go into that. 3 goes into 9, but it doesn't go into 20 evenly. So that is reduced. All right, let's look at this one. This one seems a little more complicated than the other two. 2/3 of a wall is painted red. So we cut the wall into 3 parts. 2 of them, as you can see, are red. 1/4 of the remaining part is painted gray. So of this remaining part, I'm going to cut it into 4 pieces because that is the denominator. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have the remaining, 1/4 of the remaining part is gray, so 1/4. So in other words, what is 1/4 times 1/3? 1/4 times 1/3. So I see that there's 1 piece out of 12. There was 3, 6, 9, 12 pieces. How many are shaded gray? 1/12. And if 1 is in the numerator, then it is reduced. Then if we do it the easy way, 1 times 1 is 1, 4 times 3 is 12. We get the same answer. Now on to your homework. Exercise number 1, take a screenshot of this or find it in the assignments. So find the value of each of the following. 1/5 of 1/2. Remember that means to multiply, to multiply, to multiply. And then over here there are 3 word problems. Mrs. Smith bought 5/6 of pounds of meat. She cooked 2/3 of it. How much meat did she cook? I want you to draw this out. I want you to draw this out and draw this out as well.